Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Data. So it looks like we have all the coins going down on a Tuesday. And this is one of the craziest days we've seen in crypto. But this isn't something that we haven't seen before. I mean, usually every January we see this kind of downturn, and I'll show that in the next couple of minutes. But it's been crazy. I mean, Bitcoin right now, it's down over 27% at 10,200. We have Ethereum, 31. I mean, all the coins are down 30, 40, even 50%. And everyone's wondering what's going on and why is everything, still declining. So in this video, I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go over Bitconnect is actually shutting down their lending platform, and a couple good things going on for Bitcoin, as well as China cloud mining. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So looking at the graph, Bitcoin actually just about 20 minutes ago, it dipped down to $9,450. So this is the one-day chart. So I'll go over here to the hourly chart, where we can see here that we had a decline, and you can see on this candle that it went down to $9,450, and then since it's bounced up and it's already $10,765. So there was a lot of support. I mean, once we broke 10,000, there was a lot of support at this $9,500 level. So again, keep that in mind. If we do retest this support, it was a very strong bounce. I was watching it, and I mean, that's great to see that we have all that support around this $10,000 level. So we can see the RSI here, it's very oversold, of course. And then over here, we kind of have the MACD here about to cross over. So we do have some bullish indicators here. And one of the main things I can tell y'all is don't panic right now. A lot of new investors are panicking when they see Bitcoin, dip down this much, and they see everything just declining. Their portfolio goes down 30, 40%. But again, one of the things I saw today, this guy's Carter Thomas. He has a YouTube channel of over 80,000 subscribers. And one of the things he said in his Twitter is, I start buying when people go from saying it's a sale to not saying anything at all by the fear. So that pretty much sums up the whole aspect of cryptocurrencies. So you hear people, at first when Bitcoin was declining, when it was going from, 16,000 down to 15,000 or 14,000, people were saying it's sale prices. And now that's declining down, over to 10,000, people aren't really saying much right now. So the smart investors are actually buying these dips, because a lot of these good coins that you wish you would have bought whenever they were these levels, now they're these levels, and a lot of people don't want to buy them because they're scared. So I definitely recommend, taking advantage of these prices, at least nibbling, if anything, because these are fire sale prices right now. And a couple months from now, we're going to be looking back and laughing that we didn't buy these cheap coins. So of course, it's not investment advice, just my opinion. But when prices are this low, it helps to at least look at them and at least, nibble at something. A coin maybe you've been looking at for a while, or, one that has some big news coming up, because I don't think these prices are going to be down for long. So we can see, Bitcoin's already closing in 10,800. So one of the couple reasons, there's not really any concrete reason as to why everything's declining. Some of the big factors are some of these news articles. Again, they keep saying crackdown. There's a lot of FUD being spread in these news articles. There's a bubble ready to burst. But a lot of people are talking about, again, just South Korea and China kind of reattacking those regulations. And again, China is still cracking down. They're talking about, restricting their miners, and, possibly not letting their miners operate anymore. But again, that's still, all hearsay. And then you have South Korea. People are saying the government's still looking at cracking down on them. But again, South Korea, all they're looking at doing is regulating the exchanges and making them safer, which the exchanges have already, said that they'll comply with, making them safer for everyone to use, and just, make sure that you verify who you are on the exchange and just have regulations in place. So again, South Korea, I don't see them banning cryptocurrencies. I just see them, regulating it, but a lot of news articles like to pretty much blow it out of proportion. So that's still kind of come up recently. And then some other people are saying, this guy is Coin Prudence on Twitter, and he posted this. I've seen this float around on Twitter, and basically the Chinese New Year this year is going to be, I believe, February 16th, but it mentions this graph, and this is the January of every year from 2014 to 2017. And you can see this dip here, and this says 24 days before the Asian New Year, 24 days before, 24 days before, 23 days before. So basically there's this decline that starts, you know, around 24 days before the Chinese New Year, and then it lasts for a day or a couple days. And right now, we can see here 24 days before the Asian New Year is 23rd of January of 2018. So that's in another week. So, I mean, again, what this is saying is no one knows the real reason. I mean, no one knows why everything is declining right now. You can make assumptions that, you know, that something with the futures market, you know, maybe contracts are coming close to expiring, or, I mean, there's any plethora of reasons why. You know, it's January, so the markets are always declining every January. You know, we've seen every January there's always this decline here near the mid-January. So, I mean, there's all kinds of reasons why it could be declining, but again, you have to realize that we've gone up a lot. I mean, we've had parabolic rises in Bitcoin, and a lot of people forget that. You know, a lot of people forget how high that we've went up in the past couple of months alone. So, I mean, you have this parabolic rise here, then you have this here, and it's just, I mean, people taking profits, of course, but another thing to keep in mind, you know, is just that we do have a lot of new investors now. So, there's a lot of new investors coming in, and when they see all this, you know, panic selling happening, a lot of people got in at 20,000 and they've held so far. But, you know, the new people that are flooding in, I mean, they see this decline and they panic sell. And then that triggers, you know, stop losses from everyone else, and when they see this decline happening. So, again, it's just, I think it's just part of the market cycle. You know, there's always ups and downs. And again, we always have these dips every single year. And I think this is just another big dip. There's a lot of FUD being spread, and I think that, again, we're just in a cycle right now, and, you know, we are going to bounce back. Whether that's going to be today, tomorrow, in a week, in 2 weeks, I believe we definitely are going to bounce back. So the smart money right now is buying up these dips, buying up these cheap coins, and, again, you know, just holding. Like, there's also this other saying, if you don't know what to do, don't do anything at all. So just, if you're wondering what to do, you know, just hold your coins. I mean, don't even like look at it, turn off your portfolio, don't look at the markets, and just hold the coins, because eventually, I mean, it's right now it's already bouncing, but eventually, you know, we're going to see these levels again in the next couple weeks, because after these big dips, historically it's taken 7 to 10 days to rise back to where we were before the big dump. So if this is the start of it, then, you know, 7 to 10 days we'll see it at its highs. But again, you know, you don't want to jump the gun, but still start nibbling here at these low prices, because 2 months from now we're gonna be laughing, you know, at how much everyone was panicking. So that's just my opinion. But yeah, there's all kinds of different theories going on about why crackdown, you know, about all kinds of different things about why Bitcoin is going down. But again, I just think it's a market cycle. There's a lot of FUD being spread and a lot of new people coming in. They're panicking, they're selling. So it's just a combination of everything right now. And I think this definitely will be over soon, within the next couple weeks. And again, we'll be laughing about this later on. So just wanted to give you all that update. And the support levels, again, right now it looks like 9,500 was support. And then a lot of people are saying 8,500 is support, as well as 8,000. So again, just looking at the day chart, we can see that, go ahead and scroll over here. So we can see here that this here 8,000, and then this huge red wick, it bounced around the 8,500 level. So both of these are strong supports, and then you even have, you know, 9,000 here. So it looks like 9,500 is holding pretty strong so far. So again, just keep an eye on that and invest accordingly. But with that, let's go into some other news. So Bitconnect, CoinDesk published 2 hours ago that Bitconnect is shutting down its lending and exchange site, citing cease and desist letters, bad press, and denial of service attacks. So we can all say that, you know, we saw this coming. I mean, it was unsustainable, 1% a day, and, you know, a lot of people were shouting Ponzi scheme and everything, and it just, their platform just wasn't sustainable to continue that amount of growth. And I think a big reason, if you go to the website here, they released a news article, and they say, this to inform all community members that we are closing the Bitconnect lending and exchange platform. We are closing the lending operation immediately with the release of all outstanding loans. With the release of your entire active loan in the lending wallet, we are transferring all your lending wallet balance to your Bitconnect wallet balance at $363 per token. And then here it says the reason to halt the lending exchange platform is the continuous bad press. We have received 2 cease and desist letters, and outside forces have performed DDoS attacks on the platform several times and made it clear that these will continue. So again, they're claiming all these quote unquote reasons are why they're stopping their platform. But I honestly think, one, it's because Bitcoin has been declining, and they're scared that they won't be able to repay all their customers from the previous investments. And then just pretty much everyone who's been, hounding him for, releasing what exactly they're doing, their locations and everything. And they think that they've just extracted all the money they can. And now they're just, pretty much doing an exit scam. They say they're refunding everyone. But again, if you look at the Bitconnect token right now, I think it's less than $200 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay. Well, it's actually $33 now. So you see here, I mean, heck, just today it went from over $331 and now it's already, near $33. So that tells you in itself, the company's already dumping all their tokens and then selling it all for Bitcoin. So that's one reason for it. And so by the time the investors get these tokens, they're going to be worth nothing. So there's really no refund going on that they stated on their website. So again, it was just an exit scam for them. And it says here that their ICO Bitconnect X will still function and building an exchange platform. But again, I don't see this ICO going far at all. So yeah, I hope many of you weren't invested in Bitconnect. I never supported it, and because eventually all these lending platforms will come to a halt. So I don't recommend investing in any lending platforms whatsoever. I just recommend trading, investing, and just staying on the safe side of that, because these lending platforms, while there is a huge amount of reward, there's also a huge amount of risk. So just keep that in mind when dealing with these. And it's good to see. I mean, they're finally, because I believe this was bad press for Bitcoin. And finally, Bitconnect's down. We won't have this unhealthy, kind of trading or lending going on that new investors jump into. So it's good to see at least, finally they're, shutting down and stopping their lending platform. So I just wanted to give you all that update. But next update we have is, so Mark Cuban, who is the owner of Dallas Mavericks, the billionaire, he actually says that Dallas Mavericks will accept Bitcoin for tickets. So it says, Mark Cuban, the owner of the NBA team Dallas Mavericks, tweeted Tuesday, January 16th, that starting next season, it will be possible to buy tickets to the team's games with Bitcoin. So that's awesome. That shows more support for Bitcoin. So for Mark Cuban, he's really been an avid supporter of just cryptocurrencies. He says you should invest at least 10% of your portfolio, and he's involved in his own ICO. So for him to say that it'll be possible to buy tickets with Bitcoin starting next season, I mean, that gives you some positivity that, hey, Bitcoin's here to stay. There's still strong support for it, and all with all the wealthy investors. So that's always some good news when you have more people adopting it, especially in the mainstream and in sports. So that's definitely good to see. And then another article that came out today is China's Alibaba launches crypto mining platform despite restrictions, says local sources. So for those who don't know, Alibaba is kind of like the Amazon of China. They're one of the biggest e-commerce websites, and they just sell a plethora of things. And it says here, CN Ledger, they're kind of like as you could say, like the news outlet for that area for China. And it says here, Alibaba launching virtual currency mining platform, peer-to-peer nodes, registering in Nanjing, may incorporate with e-commerce platform in the future. So again, it just mentions that basically Alibaba, it wants to launch their own cloud mining platform. It's not fully confirmed yet, but there has been talks about it. And again, I mean, when you have these articles coming out, I mean, that's always good news, because as you know, they're kind of cracking down on the people who are mining there right now. So if Alibaba will, instead, I guess, pick up where they left off and start their own cloud mining platform, then that could be good news. And it says here that the guy, one of the CEOs of Alibaba, says at first, he spent a lot of time efforts researching blockchain, but that Bitcoin is not for him. And now it turns out that he's kind of did a 180 on his stance for Bitcoin. So, it's good to see that at least some, this big platform is actually thinking of, getting into cryptocurrencies. And they would only do that really if they thought, you know, there's good long-term potential for it. So again, that just goes to show you as well that this is just FUD. And you know, people are just panic selling right now. And again, I can tell you that, you know, we will see a bounce. I mean, we're already seeing this bounce from its low that it had here of 9,450. So it's good to see that, you know, people are still adopting cryptocurrencies and they're here to stay. So I just wanted to give y'all this this update on what's been going on, and you know, just because I know a lot of people are kind of scared right now. They're panicking. What's going to go on? Are cryptocurrency going to be banned? Are we done? And again, I'm just reassuring y'all that everything I've read, you know, all the big Twitter personalities, just everything I've seen, this is just another market cycle. It's just people panic selling, and again, will go back up. So definitely, you know, buy some of these little coins if you haven't. You know, hold if you're thinking of, you know, you don't know what to do, and just, you know, ride this out, because I mean, this is one of the worst days I've seen. But again, it's just all the panic selling and everything going on right now, and all the FUD being spread. So I hope this video helped y'all out. If y'all have any questions, please comment down below. I'll be happy to answer them. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. So until next time, thanks for watching.